Hello everybody, GameFree997 here. I'm back today with more Forza Horizon 2 on the Xbox One, and I'm bringing you today, yet again, another car review, because like I said before, I'm doing them daily. And after I did sort of the trio of American muscle cars, I was kind of wondering what car I could go to next. And a lot of people would probably say that I could do the 2015 Charger next, but I don't really want to lump that in with like the Challenger, the Camaro, and the Mustang, just because it's a different muscle car than from my standards. The American muscle car is more like fast line straight, good looks, awesome sound, V8, big engine, and two-door. And while the Charger has all those things, except for the two-door, it's just I still wouldn't really want to put it on par with everything else. So today I decided to do the BMW M4 Coupe. Now I was going to do the McLaren F1 GT, but every time that I would go to buy it, because I can't get the pack, but every time I go to buy it, it would say this. It would keep saying marketplace error, this is exclusive content and cannot be purchased at this time. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if maybe they accidentally brought this pack out and they just decided to make it to where not everybody can get it, or if there are only certain types of people that can actually get it. And if that's the case, I'm not too happy about that, because I feel like something like this should be brought out to everybody. Because when I first saw that the McLaren F1 GT was on here, I got super excited because I love the McLaren F1, and even though the McLaren F1 is somewhat ugly just because of all the aero parts on it, I still love it. It's still a pretty insane car. But hopefully they make it public soon, fix whatever issue that there is going on with that. But today I'm just going to do the BMW M4 Coupe, and hopefully the audio levels are better, because I normally don't go back and watch my own videos, which I should do, because I need to check what is wrong with the videos, because as I had reviewed my earlier videos, the audio levels were very low. So hopefully that's better in this video. I'm not really liking any of the colors. That yellow is kind of nasty. The red, it looks okay. It's just, I don't know, there's a little too much orange there for me, I guess, than red. The blue is a little too light for me. The black, I guess I kind of like. The white and all, it just, nothing is really appealing to me, but I think I'm going to go with the black on here. And hopefully when I get out of the auto show in the garage, it won't be raining and dark out, because that seems to be sort of a theme with a few of my other car reviews. Oh, whoops. I accidentally hit no. Should have hit yes. But anyway, let's check this out. And it's sunny, but it looks like it could possibly rain. Well, anyway, this is what the M4 looks like. It's not a bad looking car. It looks sort of like, I don't know. Oh, great, now it's actually starting to rain because the wipers are on. This car is surprisingly quiet. Alright, while the sun is out, take a look at the interior. And the interior looks pretty nice, actually. I do like that. But anyway, let's Just see how it does, see what the launch is like on it. Very grippy. A little bit of a spin in our first to second shift when I brought into second.
One of Horizon's top drivers.
Of course there is.
I'd mark their position on your GPS.
Oh,
if you
whoops.
challenge them.
And even though I'm not really pressed for time on this video, I just kind of want to ignore that, I guess. Just because it's going to make the video longer than it really needs to be. But so far, this car, the handling is very well, I must say. Out here on the dirt, I'm not getting much understeer and I'm not spinning out. It's, braking is pretty good, I must say. Oh, there's a Mercedes right there. It's going off road. Oh, a little bit of understeer there, mostly because I didn't brake. Ooh. Maybe I should start braking a little bit more on my corners because I'm getting a bit of understeer now. Whoops. Alright, let's just see what what we can do on the airstrip. And I also forgot to look at the horsepower and torque and the weight, so not quite sure what to expect here. Actually, I can look at it right now.
Hey there, stranger.
Alright, so 431 horsepower with 405 foot-pound of torque. The weight is 3,300 pounds or 3,389 pounds if you want to get down to that. So it's actually fairly light. It's much lighter than some of the muscle cars that I had done, especially the Challenger. But I don't think that it's going to do very well on the straight line. Come on. There we go. Alright, launch it around 5,000 RPMs. A little bit of a spinny start there. And of course, flappy paddle gearbox, because it's a modern foreign car. And a lot of modern foreign cars like to have the flappy paddle gearbox. And even though it's nice for like just driving use, because that way you don't have to sort of tire yourself out, I guess, with the clutch and actually having the 159.4. But like you don't really have to worry about like clutch shifting, like moving the stick shift around and whatnot. But I don't know, I feel like it takes part of what makes a car away, especially if it's something like a sports car, because I feel like sports cars should basically have the manual stick shift, and a lot of the modern sports cars are not really getting that, and that's why I like the BRZ, FRS, and GT86 so much, is because they actually stuck with a stick shift. Anyway, so far the car is actually pretty nice. There's a bit of understeer if you don't brake on corners, but if you do brake and you manage your gears, it handles pretty nicely. I kind of wonder if this is turbocharged already, or if it has any aspiration upgrades. I'm not probably not. Do an engine swap and a drivetrain swap. Okay, so it might actually be turbocharged. A 5.2 liter V10 and a 4.5 liter V8. If I'm not mistaken, this is the engine from the M5, and I think this is from a M3. I'm not exactly sure. Drivetrain, all-wheel drive, of course. But I think I'm going to leave the stock engine in there. I think that's what I'm going to do now for the rest of my car reviews, is I'm just going to show what kind of engine swaps you can do, but I'm going to leave the stock engine in there and upgrade it. Let's see how much horsepower we can get out of this. Going to be making a pretty decent amount of horsepower. Looks like it might be around 800 maybe. 700 or 800, that's what we're probably looking at. So how much horsepower? Okay, yep, 718. 737 horsepower is what you can get out of fully upgrading the stock engine, or the M4 engine. I just call it stock engine just because I didn't do the engine swap. But suspension, leave that alone. Probably just, I don't know, let's see how much the weight reduction is. Ooh, shaved off a few pounds. This adds only 100, so why not? Well, actually I should have looked at the stats first. Okay, so this one is better for handling and acceleration, while this is better for launch and braking. This one is basically just better, or stock weight is basically just better for acceleration. But yeah, just gonna have the full roll cage in there. Can I upgrade the driveline? Put some extra sticky tires on there, make them pretty fat as well. So stats are actually fairly consistent. The only stat that breaks everything is the braking, because everything else is in the 8s while the braking is nearly a 10, which is actually pretty good. And this is just going to be racing stuff. Yup, a splitter and a wing, of course. Now let's see how this car does. Let's see what it sounds like right now. It didn't get a whole lot louder, but I can definitely hear that blow off out now. Okay, I feel like this car is going to be pretty spinny in first and second gear, just because first gear is super short. Whoa. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, just pull a Yui right here. Pretty nice Jag in front of us. Whoops. Alright, let's get on pavement and see how it does. Oh! What a bit of understeer there. Was not expecting that. It'll definitely move, but I think the Challenger might actually accelerate quicker than this. I'm not too sure. Yeah, this car understeers quite a bit, and I'm not liking that. Alright, let's go cockpit view for this. Wow. So this just might be the slowest car that I reviewed yet. And I'm going to be a little fair, that's just because I can't quite remember what the times were for... I can't exactly remember what I did for the Mustang. As far as if I actually upgraded the stock engine and then I did the engine swap and tested that. But I feel like if I did keep the 5-liter V8 in the Mustang, it would still be faster than this. I'm pretty surprised at how slow this was. Another thing that I really don't like, other than the understeer, other than the understeer and the speed, is I don't like the gear ratios. Or not really the gear ratios, just the just how short the gears are. At least like first to second, like as you can see, it tops out at 38 miles an hour. And then this tops out at 71 miles an hour. It's just these gears aren't very long, and you know, with tuning and whatnot, you can adjust that and make it a better car. It's just, even without tuning, I still want something that can perform, because that's what I'm pretty used to. You know, with Horizon, there was no tuning. Like Horizon 1, there was no tuning. So it was all how you upgraded and drove it. You know, you had to adjust to the car. You didn't make the car adjust to you. And that's sort of how I've gotten used to it, and I kind of like that. You know, I like the idea of actually having to adjust to the car and whatnot. But overall, I would give this car a 6 out of 10, just because it's not really the prettiest of cars. The sound it's pretty quiet, which I don't like, because I don't like having to turn my game volume in my headphones up too much. And the reason why I like the car louder is because while I'm racing, I can hear my RPMs, so I can tell if they sound really high, I need to upshift. If it sounds like the engine is bogging down a little bit, I need to downshift. But that's just me, you know. A lot of people, they can do all that without really having to listen and whatnot. They're pretty good just watching their RPMs. But it's just something that I've picked up on, is being able to listen for my RPMs. And you know, there's the understeer, so as a race car, it's not all that good, just because, you know, you're coming up to a corner and you have to brake pretty early for it, just because you want to be able to turn in time for the corner. So yeah, basically my major complaints: it's not that pretty, It's not as loud as I'd want it to be. It's not all that fast. Pretty short gears from first to second, and even a little bit on third. I'm pretty sure I said it's not that fast already, but if I didn't, yeah, it's not that fast. And yeah, you know, it's just overall not really my cup of tea. I know that there's some people out there that would like this, but it's just not for me. So yeah, 6 out of 10, maybe a low 7, or just a solid 7.0. But yeah. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comment section down below, or just give the video a thumbs up. If you want to see more content from me and my friends when I record with them, subscribe. I'm uploading daily. And I would like to thank you all so much for watching again, and I'll